Hello, my friends. Today, the situation along the front line remains incredibly tense, with the Russians maintaining high levels of activity as they try to capture as much territory as possible. Unfortunately, they are making some gains. International analysts report that Trump is planning to create a demilitarized zone along the front line. Elon Musk also commented on this report, stating that this war will soon come to an end. The senseless killing will soon end. The time for warmongers and profiteers is over, Musk predicts, forecasting a swift conclusion to the war in Ukraine. He commented on the news that Trump plans to establish an 800-mile demilitarized zone along the front between Russia and Ukraine, where British and European forces would be stationed. Under this plan, Russia would retain the territories it has already seized, and Ukraine would pause its integration into NATO for 20 years. It's also reported that Musk was present during a call between Trump and Zelensky. Elon Musk was on a call between Trump and Zelensky, which lasted about 25 minutes. After Zelensky congratulated Trump, the newly elected president reassured him of continued support for Ukraine, though without specifics. Zelensky felt the conversation went well and didn't increase his concerns regarding Trump's victory. One source noted that the call didn't leave Zelensky feeling despair. Musk also reaffirmed Starlink's support for Ukraine. Now it's a crucial decision must be made. If the war continues, more territory will be lost, potentially in large amounts, as Russian forces are just 11 kilometers away from Dnipropetrovsk region. Of course, the war needs to continue to defeat Russia, but this requires resources, and all of Zelensky's requests are being denied. Even the $300 million in frozen Russian assets isn't being allocated to Ukraine. Friends, share in the comments, are you for or against a ceasefire? Meanwhile, as discussions continue on when the war might end and future support for Ukraine, the situation near Kurakhove has become dire. The Russians are advancing on two fronts with sustained intensity. In just one day, they advanced about 8.5 kilometers toward Rozliv village, a breakthrough not seen is in such a long distance within a day. Fighting is ongoing as they push toward Rozliv and are also advancing near Sukhy Yali. They have made further progress as well in the direction of Trudove, with battles reported near Antonivka and Katerynivka. Meanwhile, the Russians continue their push toward Dalny village and are conducting assaults near Maximilianivka, moving toward Kurakhove. In the north, near the reservoir, Russian forces have also made advances, reaching the village of Berestky and Sontivka. Parts of these areas are already under their control as they aim to reach the highway. Here, the front has significantly weakened, and stopping the advance has proven difficult. If the Russians manage to create an encirclement, it would result in a devastating loss. In the area around Velika Novosilka, there have been no changes. The Russians near the village of Rozdolne are not conducting new assaults. However, shelling has been observed from the western side of Velika Novosilka. This may indirectly indicate that Russian forces are preparing to extend their front line here, but for now it's limited to artillery preparations. In the Zaporizhia direction, only shelling is being reported with no new offensive actions, and the front line remains unchanged. In the Kherson direction, the Russians continue their attacks to seize control of the gray zone and a shell on the right bank, though there have been no significant changes so far. But yesterday evening, reports emerged of a ballistic missile strike on Mykolaiv. In the Pokrovsk direction, the Russians are intensifying assaults on Myrolyubivka, the village of Promень, Lysivka, and Grigorivka, which is nearly surrounded due to a Russian breakthrough towards Yuriivka. However, on this section of the front, Ukrainian forces have so far managed to repel these attacks. Over the past day, the front line has remained stable, though a high volume of shelling has been reported. In the Turецk direction, activity has slightly decreased. The Russians continue their attacks in the city and conduct shelling, but no changes have occurred here. In the Chasiv Yar direction, the battles for Stupochki are ongoing as the Russians attempt to expand the southern flank. They are launching intensive assaults, though there have been no changes over the past day. They are also trying to reclaim lost positions and push toward Bilahora. However, Ukrainian forces have managed to repel all attacks here as well. In the Siversk direction, Russian forces are assaulting Serebryanka, Grigorivka, Bilogorivka, and pushing toward Pereizne. However, for now, Ukrainian forces are holding off all attacks, and we await the outcome of this latest wave of offensive actions. In the Crimea direction, Russian forces continue assaults on the villages of Terny and Zarichne. Shelling remains constant, but there have been no new advances by Russian forces in this area. In the Borova direction, Russian forces are assaulting Zagryzove and Lozova, but have yet to make any progress. To the south, they are also attacking Дружелюбівка, Греківка, and pushing toward Katerinivka. However, there have been no new gains for the Russians here for almost a week, and the situation remains unchanged. In the Kupiansk direction, Russian forces are attempting to expand the northern flank and are pushing toward Kindrashivka. They are also assaulting Petropavlivka, but have had no success as all attacks have been successfully repelled. In the Kharkiv direction, Russian forces continue their shelling without launching offensive actions. In Vovchansk, fighting persists, though the front line remains stable. In the Kursk direction, shelling and offensive actions by Russian forces are ongoing, but no changes have been observed so far, with Ukrainian forces holding the defense, so we await further developments. Meanwhile, in a seeming farewell gesture, Biden has authorized American contractors to service weapons in Ukraine. The Biden administration has lifted the effective ban on deploying U.S. military contractors in Ukraine to support the Ukrainian forces in maintaining and repairing F 16 fighters, Patriot systems, and other U.S. and allied weaponry. CNN reported this development, citing an official familiar with the White House's plan. The Pentagon is already conducting tenders to recruit a small number of contractors to be sent to Ukraine. These contractors will stay far from the front lines and will not engage in combat with Russian forces. They will assist Ukrainian forces in promptly repairing and maintaining US provided equipment as needed, ensuring it can swiftly return to the front lines, according to an unnamed US Department of Defense representative. However, it remains unclear when this American specialist might arrive in Ukraine or if Donald Trump will continue this policy upon taking office. Overall, we are closely monitoring how events will unfold next. And that's all from me. So please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on all the latest news. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.